Hello, and welcome to Thursday stream, everyone. So we're starting off something a little bit different than the usual formula. This would be normally when I would start with the game, but we're starting off something a little bit different. We're going to be building a desk, or at least an extension of it, anyway. See, I have a little problem. And that problem is the current. I actually use a. For those who don't, okay, this is I forgot how messy this desk was. It's I don't care enough to deal with it. So it's bad. But you can see if I aim the camera towards the desk, I have a little. You can see in the shot outside of this little monitor. You can see I have a little pull-out tray here. I actually have it like a little off-center so it doesn't slide in and out. This little tray here that extends and holds the keyboard, but the only problem is this particular one's a little flimsy. And I had to do some weird stuff. I think my bottle might be obstructing that. Yeah, that's fine. I can't show that, but it's fine. It's a little janky, and the height isn't right on it, which is kind of a problem. Which is also an issue, because if the current setup, I kind of can't use my graphics tablet, which is a problem when you're getting back into graphic stuff. You want me to wear a green shirt? Yep. So that's why we're going to be building... Grab it from the other side. This is the top of the other desk. This is actually going to be a over the bed desk. This is actually one you can put like over a mattress. Except we're not going to be using it for that. You can also use it as a standalone. It's going to have wheels on the bottom, and it also will have an adjustable tray. It can be angled too. Ugh. So we're going to build that. By the way, this is going to be messy, and there's going to be styrofoam bits everywhere, because the packaging is just all styrofoam. And I mean, no joke, there's just styrofoam bits that I'm going to have to vacuum later, just everywhere. I'm going to try to angle this down. I think we're going to have to angle this down. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do this yet. So I guess, of all things, we're going to start by looking at the enclosed instruction book. I'm actually just going to start higher up. Also, I think my tripod... Is my tripod crooked? It is a little crooked. Eat a lemon. I don't have one on me. Enclosed instruction book. Alright, it's literally just a piece of paper. Okay, there should be 8 rotating handles. There's 2 M6 X20 flat screws. 4 casters with 4 wheels. And... Is there a wrench? Do they include a wrench? I don't know if they include... It says it includes... I like how it says if anything's missing or damaged, pulls, feel free. Like PLZ, feel free to contact our store. It's modern. I don't know how they, I don't think they included that. Let me see. Oh, there is a wrench. It's in a bag. It's like in there. It's a tiny wrench. I might just use my own if I have one. They also included this. They included a screwdriver as well, which is weird. But I'm not complaining about it. It is kind of convenient. And I have a new screwdriver. Okay. I showed off the, what they call the integrated frame already. That was that big, black desktop. That was like the big black paneling that's going to be put on there. That's, you know, what makes it a desk. We have the slot that just goes on there to stop stuff from falling off it. We have all the, I think we have the elbow pipes. So we have these guys. And then I have the table legs. And the barrier strip that prevent. Okay, the barrier strip is what stops stuff from falling down. You'll see what that is in a second. I think we have all the parts. So how do we get started? Okay, so it's pretty simple to build, it looks like. It's just like a 4-step thing. But it is Lego IKEA instructions, so we'll see how this goes. Insert elbow pipe into integrated frame. And then, okay, so you just go on the bottom, yeah. Screw it in there. Hello there. We do have all the parts are included, so we should have everything we need. Let's get building. Okay, I'm just gonna do this on the floor. This is gonna be the easiest way to do it. What's the orientation in the manual? Oh. Yeah. And there are going to be styrofoam bits, absolutely. Just everywhere. Okay. I'm gonna push my chair out of the way, because that's gonna be... That is going to be in my way. So we're not gonna do that. Okay, so let's see. So insert elbow pipe into integrated... Okay, so I think that's like... Oh, it's like right there. So do we need like all 4 elbow pipes? Now, this is the interesting thing about the desk. This can be scaled both ways. So we can it can be scaled horizontally and vertically based on our needs. We're just going to make it as small as we can in width, because having this too long is going to be a problem for space. This is a very tiny room as is. I believe all the parts should just be included. Yeah, these use 4 of the rotating handles. Ugh. When you don't have a lot of space, you gotta work on the floor, because otherwise you're not gonna be able to get things done. I'm just gonna reposition that mic. Yeah, no, they're always I just don't care. They're always gonna be creeps. Okay, so how exactly do we put this in? Is it based on tension? Okay, so let me see. The instructions don't say how you're supposed to put it in. Is there's one side's a little bit longer ways than the other. Let's see. I think the long way goes in. The manual doesn't... Okay. The scaled side faces outwards. So insert elbow pipe and screw up the rotating handles. I think they mean screw it into like the ports. They mean this side? They don't get specific on what you're supposed to do. But looking at the instructions, it looks like it's the instructions are about as helpful as Lego instructions. They're not that helpful. Now, this looks skeely to me, except that the instructions say to put it in like this, so I'm just gonna assume, I'm gonna go by the diagram. What the diagram says. I hope that works. That doesn't go in. No problem. Let's see. Okay. So far, so good. So I'm just gonna go by what the diagram says, and if not, we'll have to take it back out. But the instructions aren't that helpful, so they don't get very specific. So we kind of just have to guess. That is actually interacting in a weird way. I wonder if it's the other side, because this is actually colliding. And I don't know if it's supposed to do that. Let me try the other way. I think it's actually supposed to be like that. So yeah, the diagram, don't look at the diagram on this manual, because that is not right. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. Room tour, this is as close as you get. You get styrofoam. You get styrofoam bits, that's what you get. That's your tour. Ugh. So yeah, that diagram is a little... Wait, hold on. Oh no, is there styrofoam in the pole? Well, I'm not taking it out. So that's staying in there. I refuse to try to get that out. There's like a styrofoam bit in there, and I'm not bothered by enough by it. It's gonna be in there anyway. No one's gonna notice. Now I gotta screw these in. Can we brute force the bag, or am I gonna have to use a knife? I might need a knife. Nope, you don't need a knife. It just tears. I haven't tightened these yet for a reason. I want to get this kind of straight. I don't know if I should get my leveler out. I don't think it would help right now, but I will have to get my leveler out later. The only problem is I don't know if the room's level. So that's the only problem. I'm just going to make sure that's somewhat straight. I think they're still going to have a little give. And that's normal. Like, that's fine. Like, they're not going to be, like, perfectly in there. That's fine, we can work with that. It actually might let us adjust it later, which is good. But that's not coming out. Like, that's not going to come out, though. My speed... I wouldn't say I'm speed building this. Yeah, this isn't, what would you call that? This is not... This is not, desk percent. Screw the wheel into the table leg with the wrench, and then insert table legs into elbow pipe. I like the broken ones where it just says, screw up the rotating handle. Okay, that is then we decide the heights. You know, I don't even know why they included a screwdriver when it doesn't even use said screwdriver. That's very confusing. Haha, my wood now! I'm gonna just push that aside. I forgot to tighten these pants. Whoops. Hope that doesn't backfire. Yeah, Crown went at 42 in 6 days is kind of ridiculous. That means you had to not only win 42 games, you had to, like, keep your crown for that many. I still think crowns are dumb, though, but that's my opinion. Now, there's our hardware. We got the casters. So we actually have to screw these in. These don't pop in. I think we actually do have to use this little wrench. Oh, this is not a fun wrench. I might get my own if I can. Do I have a wrench up here? This one kind of sucks. Is it even working? I don't even know if this wrench is working. Oh, okay. I'm getting my... Hold on. We're going to get in my toolbox. This is like... That is not a great wrench. Like, I mean, we could do it with that one. But it's kind of bad. So let's... Let's get in here. What do we got? Do I have a wrench, like a small one, or do I need to like get one from downstairs? I might need to get one. I don't think I have a wrench. Do I have that kind of wrench? I have a socket wrench. I guess I don't have a wrench. Dang, the one tool I need, I don't have. Well, I'm too lazy to get one, so we're just going to use that crappy one that we've been using. It is so flimsy, though. They really expect me to use this wrench. Like, I can barely get it in there without it, like, slipping out, because it's, like, so weird. Ow. I may have to get my actual wrench. This is, like, really bad. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is, like, I think I need to get an actual wrench. Like, this is laughably bad. Like, it doesn't even go in there. It just doesn't stay on. There's like no way to properly grip it, and when you actually get it in there, it just doesn't work. I know it's included, but it's really bad. Yeah, that is not... Yeah, okay, I'm not doing... I'm getting a proper wrench. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see if I have a proper wrench somewhere. I think there's one in the basement. I'm getting an actual wrench because this one sucks. So this is the problem. Alright. My bad, I might have hit the mic. So, I don't know where the wrench is. I know we have one, I just don't know where it is. So I'm gonna call... I gotta call Dad, because they're not home right now, so I gotta call him and ask where it is. Hey. Hey, so I need a proper wrench. Do you know where that one, like, a standard wrench is? Yeah, like, just like the typical, like, just, not like the one with, like, the teeth, or like the other, just a standard wrench. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that kind, yeah, it's that kind. Oh, okay. I'll take a look around. Okay, I got you. Alright. I'll get back to it. Yeah, I know. I just need to know where that wrench was. Of course, he didn't know. He just had guesses. So this could go two ways. We're gonna see if we can find that wrench. I'll be right back. Quest for the wrench continues. I refuse to use that crappy one they included. It doesn't work. shoots. Alright, so we have a problem. There's no wrench. I looked everywhere. Did you have to reinstall Windows? Dang, you had it bad. Also, I'm gonna make a call-out post on twitch.tv. Guess what? That tool room? Yeah, not a tool room in that basement, Dad. That's right. It's a junkyard. Do you know why I'm calling it a junkyard? No self-respecting tool room. Every self-respecting tool room has a wrench. It's not a tool room if it doesn't have tools. So I'm calling you out on twitch.tv. That's not a tool room. It didn't have a tool. So we're gonna have to get a little, as Hannah would put it, swanky and janky. We're gonna have to improvise. Because this little thing, junk, doesn't work. So we're gonna have to improvise a little bit. Which is exactly what I intend to do. Let's get back to this, and I have a plan. Alright, so we're gonna have to get a little creative. So what we're gonna have to do, is that actually in shots? That actually might not be in shots. I gotta raise that a little bit. A little too low. Alright, so we're gonna try something else. Since we don't have a proper wrench from the... Yeah, I've had to reinstall too. I remember back in the day, I was actually, by the way, never use beta Windows builds in a main machine, by the way. Very bad idea. But I had to reinstall my operating system like 5 times when I was beta testing Windows 10. Alright, so I don't think this might be a little too big. So we're gonna have to get a little bit creative. We're going to have to use pliers because I have nothing else. The problem is these have teeth that could damage the part. So what we're gonna have to do is use a sacrificial paper towel to not damage the part, at least not as much. So we're just gonna do that, and it's gonna be a little trickier than, say, using a wrench, but it's at least better than that crappy little one. Although, you know I tossed that. I might actually need that later, so hopefully I won't need it badly. Now, normally there's a better technique than what I'm doing here, but like for like wrenching stuff, but this is not a wrench. And the paper towel is also very hard to work with, because I don't want to what I don't want to do is damage that screw. I don't want to damage the part or scratch it up in case I need to return this for any reason. Which is the main reason I'm being extra careful in case I have to like return this. I don't want to damage the internal part. So we're just going to do it in the worst way possible. At least it won't scratch it out too bad, though. But this is not exactly going to be fun. We actually almost got it in, like, all the way. Can you remove the caster from the screw? I don't think you can remove this, surprisingly enough. Just have to work around it, I guess. Yeah, gotta be careful. Piercing that paper. Bro, you're fine. You're fine. I figured you had to go to bed or something. That was pretty late. But anyway, welcome to stream. Where'd I toss that wrench? That crappy one. I know it's crappy, but I actually need it now. I'm just gonna make sure this is tight at the bottom. Okay, I will say it works. This wrench this little one actually does work once you get it all the way to the bottom. Like, that's when it actually works. It doesn't work anytime before that. I want that as secure as I can get it. That is about as good as it's gonna get. Fair enough. Alright, it's time for part 2. We're gonna put another one on. Same way we did that other one. I'm gonna just finger screw this as much as I can until I can actually get this in here. Now we gotta use the pliers again. Gotta get that right spot. I think I didn't rip it. Watch out, we're gonna damage the screw. It is so hard to get that in the right spot. Because the paper towel, although it does prevent damage, it also gets in the way a little bit. This is probably the least fun part of the process, or the wheels. Like, these are genuinely not fun to work with without a proper wrench. Like, if I had that smooth wrench, like the standard one, I don't know the technical term for it. Like, this would be so much easier. Uh-oh. I think I got the paper towel. I think I might have done that a little too much. I kind of got the paper towel stuck in there. Let's see if I can do that a little. Come on, paper towel. Don't you do me dirty. Once you get it low enough, the small wrench does actually start to work. Oh, but it is not fun to work with before that. Right now, we are just building a desk, or at least an extension of it. We kind of weren't able to find a wrench. I don't know who I don't know who Bruce is and why he has -1 brain cells. Is it the live action like One Piece? I gotta watch. I've heard about One Piece. I've never actually seen it. I only seen like maybe 1 or 2 clips. I heard people like it. I've also heard there's a lot of episodes in One Piece. Like, isn't there like over like 1,000 now or something? I think we got our second one on. Sure took long enough. Oh, that was a pain. And guess what? Styrofoam. It's just everywhere. Guess what? We get to do it again. We get to do that same thing we just did, and we have to do it twice. Isn't that exciting? Once again, we're going to need that sacrificial paper towel so that we don't accidentally scratch up the screw. Because again, we don't have a proper wrench around the house because for some reason the quote-unquote schoolroom doesn't have wrenches. Table building gang. What's up, Amp? But hey, you know what? You gotta improvise. You gotta get creative sometimes. And this is how we do it. Hello there. Bro, this is like a pain assembling wheels. Imagine building custom tables. I have a buddy from high school who, like, is in like, actual table making. Like, he makes legit wood tables. Like, we're talking, like, not just, like, cheap ones you get at, like, a store. Like, we're talking, like, real, actual, like, custom, like, wood tables. Like, really nice ones. That has to be a process. Like, that is an art. Alright, so let's not get that caught in there. I don't want that paper towel getting stuck in there. Uh-oh. Seems like it already happened. The only downside of using a sacrificial paper towel on this thing, sometimes bits of it will try to get stuck in there. We don't want that. Well, this tiny wrench they included doesn't exactly work very well until you get like all the way down. Once you get down, this little wrench actually starts to do pretty good. I'm going left-handed for this one. Just due to the angle I have on it. That's pretty good. I don't think we're going to get much tighter. You want to see Wheel of Suavemente. I am playing Tears of the Kingdom. Don't worry. This is just a bonus segment. We are going to do... Did that wheel actually get done? Oh, it's only at 5K right now, so we're chilling. If it gets completed, we'll take a break and do it. We're kind of getting... This is like the hard part. Once we kind of get past this, that's where things get a little bit... That's where things are going to get a little easier. But this is the hard parts. I'm also going to be having styrofoam everywhere for ages. Because there are just styrofoam bits. Like, the packaging was, like, insane, and there's just styrofoam bits just everywhere. Okay, for some reason, this one just screwed right in. I don't know why that is. This one just went in on its own, and I don't know why that is. Like, the other ones didn't do that, but for some reason, this one actually played nice. But now I gotta tighten it. I guess it's how they're supposed to work. This one just let me rotate it in there. But now we gotta tighten it. Yeah, every time I try to do it, the other ones, the wheels just rotate on their own against the screw. They wouldn't do that. I feel like this wrench... I know it's metal, but I feel like this wrench is so thin, it's gonna snap. That I'm gonna cut myself on it accidentally. This is a desk. Well, it's going to be once we actually assemble the darn thing. How long have we been going for? Is it almost been an hour already? Yeah, I think a lot of that's been me... I think 15 minutes of that was me looking for a wrench. Okay, we got the hard part done. We got the casters on. Now I can go... Now I can do this. Okay, now it just says, okay, insert, okay, what does it say? We already got, okay, screw wheels into table leg, we did that. Insert table legs into the elbow pipes. And then you screw the parts in for height adjustment and fixation, okay. Now, is there a certain way we have to put this in, or does it matter? I think it does. I think this side... Again, this is something the manual is not going to tell you. So we kind of have to either guess, or what I'm... Ow! Frick, I think I almost cut my leg. Hello. What's up, Chow Fan Phoenix? Welcome to stream, my friend. Okay, we're gonna cheat. We're gonna cheat a little, and we're gonna go to the Amazon page and where I bought it, and we're gonna see what it's supposed to look like. This is kind of an obscure product, so I can understand maybe why it's not as whatever, but the instruction manual is about as helpful as Lego instructions. I think Lego instructions would actually be easier to follow, though, than this thing. Okay, let's go to the page. What does it look like? Okay, we need some reference images. Okay, where are those poles supposed to be? How is it supposed to look? Okay. There's the image. So now I know. Okay, so if you look, it might be hard to tell from this angle, but there's two parts of this. So, one side of this, it's just flush with the main pole, but if you look on the other side, there's like you can see a little gap. That might be harder to tell on camera. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but you can kind of see there's it's not straight. Like it's not flush with it. The flush side's supposed to be that's fully right next to it. That's supposed to be on the outside. Manual does not tell you that. The manual doesn't say that. It doesn't mention that anywhere, but that is a thing. Okay, I will say one nice thing. This is height adjustable as well. this actually lets you adjust the height. Like, you can pull it up little bits at a time, and it will not slide down easily. I think it's, like, because of the way they designed it, which is kind of nice. So if you're trying to, like, adjust it, which, spoiler, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to adjust that. And we're also gonna have to make sure it's leveled, too. Which, for now, I'm just going to use the lowest height, and we'll come back to the height adjustment part of it, because we can adjust it. They are. They're all, like, I think they're all, like, Lego instructions. This is why also the pole orientation earlier didn't matter, because this is going to, like, fix any of those problems. I'm surprised that one went in as easily as it did. But this one's having a little more trouble. Okay, we're about done. Now, by the way, like I said, this can go, for anyone who's tuning in, by the way, this can go in width as much or as little as I want. So we can actually extend these rods out if we want to. If we want to make it wider, I can do that. And if I want to make it taller, like if I want to height adjust this, like I can use special mounts, and that will also let me height adjust it. So this thing is completely universal. It's actually meant for, it can be used for, it's an overbed desk, so it can actually go over the bed. That's not what I'm going to be using it for. We're using this as sort of like a better desk tray, except I can also use it as a workbench. So that's what we're using it for. So the only thing we have to do now is just screw in the knobs. I don't care, that's fine. Lurking crows are just as important, chats. They're just as important. There is a lock. And that's called these little knobs right here. I was just talking about how it lets you kind of adjust it on the fly more easily without like needing a second person. Which is kind of nice, because they have that serrated, like, kind of edge design. Or the scaled side, as the manual calls it. That goes the other way, doesn't it? Yeah, I have an awkward... I probably need to turn this thing around. I have an awkward angle on that side. We're going to come back to that. I'm actually not going to... I better not do this too much, because I'm going to have to probably undo this. Because I can guarantee this is not going to be tall enough. It's starting to come together. Well, that's a bit odd. I don't think it's supposed to look like that. Why is it slanted? That's not supposed to happen. It's not supposed to do that. That's slanty. Why is that slanty? This side must be like, it must not be even. I'm gonna unscrew this. That's a wobble. Unfortunately, we can also level that out too. So hold on, we can fix that. I don't know why it's doing that. It's not supposed to do that. Oh, okay. I think one side, it just kind of settled. I think one side was just a little bit higher for some reason. It was like at an angle. When I loosened it, it kind of just set itself back up like the way it should. Okay, interesting point. This is scratched. I don't know if it came like that. That might have came like that. I'm not sure if it came with it. It might have come scratched. I don't. As long as it works, it's fine. That might have actually come with that. I don't remember that being. I don't know, but there is a small one there. I don't really care because I can always just paint this later. I only worry about that due to in case I have to return it. Although it doesn't look like we're gonna have to return this at this point, so we should be okay. But it's minor, and this is gonna be a workbench anyway. I don't care. Like, as long as it doesn't have like a defect, we're fine. Like, there's a small one there, but that's a pretty minor detail. I don't really care. Everything gets scratched at some point anyway. As long as the thing functionally works, I'm okay with that. So the wheels are kind of... Can I like maybe unlock the wheels, or does that lock them? Okay, so these are locked. Rolls around just fine. The rolling works, so I can kind of pivot this. That's really nice, actually. Okay, that looks good. It's obviously going to be a little short. But there it is. Okay, we're almost done. The only thing we have to do now, this is pretty obvious. I don't even know if I need the manual for this, but I'm going to read it anyway. This is, I think, where the screwdriver... Yeah, you know that screwdriver? Yeah, I think this is where the screwdriver comes into play. Where did I put that? Where did I put the damn screwdriver? Crap! I lost the screwdriver. Here it is, though. New workbench. Okay, good news, I don't think it's defective, so that's great. That just goes right in there. It's like a little holder of some kind. I guess you could put stuff in there, like a phone or something. There's the screwdriver. Alright, so I put it over here. Alright. Now, I don't know how this is going to play with a keyboard. This might be something I have to occasionally remove, depending on my needs. So this little bar goes here, and that allows me to rotate this up. And that allows me to do that without having things fall over. So if I want to use my graphics tablet with this, I can angle this up like this, and I can have it on there. I use it as a second monitor, so I can't do it now. But that's just roughly what it can do. I get in there. Was this in your recommended? Well, welcome to an unconventional stream. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to an unconventional stream. Or unconventional segment. This is not normally something I do a lot, mostly because I don't have the jack, usually. Hey, by the way, chat, you know all the subs and stuff and all the contributions you guys make? This is where that went to. Like, infrastructure upgrades like this. This is gonna let me work a lot more efficiently. Now I'm getting back into some more advanced stuff, like Blender. I'm relearning that. This is gonna help me a lot, like, just be efficient with things. So I just want to give a shout out to my lovely members of the community. It's fun, though. You know, that reminds me, I gotta go through the VODs of building my PC. I actually have the VODs. I just haven't uploaded them. But I need to do that at some point. Because that was a process, building, like, the workstation I have now. That's not very sweet. It's a cheap... Wait, what size is this? Oh, wait. Yeah, frick this. Hold on, you know what? Frick this. Is this a size 2? Is this just a size 2? I'm getting out my iFixit screwdriver. This is literally just a size 2 screw. I'm just using my iFixit screwdriver. This is way better. Yeah, oh, that's a lot better. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It does include one. That's fine. iFixit. The iFixit screwdriver, it's just better. Because I can do this. Because I can, like, do this, and I can keep going. It's hard to demonstrate that a proper screw, but you get the idea. Would have done that from the beginning if I knew that. You won't catch me dead without an iFixit screwdriver, chat. Okay, we got it. That's it. Here it is. Now, the only problem is this is probably a little too low. But this works. Here it is. It's actually finished, though. We can adjust the height, though, dynamically, which is nice. But now, we have this. This can rotate. We can lock that in place. So we have different angles to work with. I do wish it had, like, an additional angle or two. But, like, that's not really bad. Either way, that's about it. I gotta say, a little over an hour, not bad. Considering the fact that 15 minutes of that was me looking for a wrench we didn't have. So, you know, that's not too bad, all things considered. Now I just gotta get the height adjusted, and I kinda have to, I'm just gonna kinda sorta eyeball it. I'm looking at my desk tray at my laptop. You can kinda see my mouse pad falling off the desk. I'm going to use this as a reference point. You can't really see it on the camera. I'm just going to eyeball it. I am going to need my leveler for this, though. I'm going to have styrofoam in places, chat. Like, it's just going to be everywhere. It's like glitter. All my socket wrenches got stuck to this. Yeah, there. So did a random screw I had lying around. Why is there a random screw? Okay. Now, the only problem is I don't know if the room is also not properly leveled either, though. So I don't know how that is. This is an old house. So I don't know what's leveled. I'm not going to do this 100% perfect. Like, as long as the job gets done, that's what I'm worried about. Hey, thanks for the resub. Well, or should I say for the subscription? I appreciate it. Okay. Once again, I'm making a call-out post on my Twitch.tv. That's not a tool room. It's a scrap heap. A junkyard. That's right. That's right. No self-respecting tool room doesn't have a wrench. What self-respecting tool room doesn't have a wrench? That's not a tool room. It's a junkyard. I'm so disappointed. A framework. The framework laptops I have. Honestly, I love the concept that framework has. The only thing it's missing is a graphics card. I don't know if newer models are going to have that. I think they might. If it wasn't for that, I'd probably get one at some point. Like, as a secondary machine. If I wasn't, like, using a desktop already. Because I love the idea of it being super modular and letting you replace parts. Like, just let me fix the thing. And they make it easy to do, too. I love that. I think Framework's got potential. I know, it's not bad. This is just an extension. This isn't even a replacement. It's just like an extension of the old one. Okay, I'm going to loosen this a bit, and I'm going to see if I can just adjust this on the fly without having to rotate it over. I want to see how easy this is to adjust on the fly. Let's find out. It's a little tricky. This is obviously going to be slanty. No, that's the wrong way. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do for the other side? I'm gonna, like, get my leveler. I'm just gonna put the leveler on there while I do this. So as I adjust this, I can see in real time where the bubble level is. There's a little bubble level right here. It's harder to see on camera, probably, but I can see the leveling of the table. And so if it's not properly level, I can just keep adjusting it gradually until it gets a good result. And if it's too... I kind of want it to be as close... I'm not going to make this perfect, but I want it to be as close to properly level as I can. Again, I don't know how level the room is itself, so that might be a thing. It's an old house. It is very... Framework's very expensive, though. It's kind of like Razer in that regard. It looks really nice, but it is very expensive. And right now, not having a GPU is kind of a deal breaker for me. Like, in terms of, like, if I was going to look for a laptop, like, as a secondary computer down the line for something, like, not that I really need one right now, but if I was going to, that would definitely be a good option, but, you know, not having that GPU, man, it's kind of hard. Okay, it's a little bit... It needs to be more this way, which means it's not leveled enough. I got pretty close, but it's not quite right. It's very close. Come on, hold her steady. Gotta say, this is doable, though, on your own. Like, it is doable. It's a little tricky, but it is doable if you're a perfectionist about it. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna hope that this is leveled on the other axis as well. Let's see if it's level on this axis. I probably could have used this, too. Okay, how about that other axis? How is it on that side? Is it level? That's actually, it's not perfect, but that's pretty level, actually. That's pretty good, actually. That's, like, really close. That's really close. And again, that might be the room. That's the problem, not necessarily the desk. So I don't know. That might not be the surface. That might be the floor. So that's good enough for me. I'm not really going to worry about it OCDing over it right now. Here it is. Final result. I actually got it a little higher than my original desk tray. We're going to see how that works. And if not, I can make it a little higher if I don't like it. This is where things get a little tricky. Now we gotta gut the old laptop tray. Or the old, not laptop tray, excuse me, the old keyboard tray. We gotta gut that now. Uh-oh, did that go down? I think I pushed on it. Did that make it go down? Again, this room's janky. I think the room is different leveling, so it's not perfect. I think something did get pushed down. That is definitely off level now. I'm just going to raise one side a little bit. I am literally just going to do this. I'm going to loosen the one side only. And I'm just going to do this. I'm going to make sure to tighten these really heavily. I love the idea of Frameworks expansion cards. I love that. Like, just being able to swap in and out whatever you want, like, and make it your own. I love that. I love that idea of that. Like, that's just such a good idea. Like, you can just make it whatever you want, and that's what I love. And they let you repair it. It's all about, like, fixing it yourself, too. I love that about Framework stuff. Okay, I think we actually have it leveled this time. I really tightened the crap out of this. That is actually really level across the board, so that's really good. I love about this desk is you can adjust it on the fly, though. Like, so if it's not right, you can fix it. Very, very flattering camera angle, Chad. Very flattering. Okay, let's take a look. Here it is. Gotta say, not bad. Now, according to, Zelda's next. Zelda's next. We're building this first. We just built a desk. So it's like a little mini table I can use as, like, that I can also use as, like, a workbench. Works as a keyboard tray. It works for my mouse here. It'll work over there. Now, here's the tricky part, is we gotta, like, somehow... oh, it's such a mess. And here, though, like, there's, like, styrofoam bits everywhere. There's just stuff all over the place. It's a hot mess. Okay, let's get my keyboard. So as far as that's gonna go, don't even know my mouse is gonna go that far. This is actually a replacement to this, and I like it. So here's the keyboard. Right here, you can see that. I thought the little bar would get in the way. It actually does not get in the way. This is actually better than my other one. I don't know if my mouse is going to reach that far. Uh-oh, I don't think it wants to. I don't know if it's, like, snagging something. Or if it just doesn't want to go that far. I might need to, like... figure that out. I need to. There's just styrofoam bits everywhere from the packaging. Why is that mouse not wanting to work, though? Is it, like, stuck on something? Oh, I intentionally zip-tied it, that's why. It's in the actual main desk, not this one. I forgot I zip-tied this, so that it wouldn't get in the way, but it also restricts its length. By, like, a lot. Okay. You can see, this is what it would look like if I was using it at my desk. I mean, I don't think I'm the expert for the Framework laptop, because I've never used one. I think repairability, though, is always a good one. Soon. Okay, this is technically streamed. Okay, next step, last little bonus step, I guess. We got a gut. Hannah might actually be getting this one here. We gotta gut that old pull-out tray, so we're just gonna gut this from my desk. And you can see, okay, there are 3 desks. There's the main desk, which is a little dusty. We have the secondary desk, or the pull-out tray, and we have like, or I guess the keyboard tray, and then we have the new desk. We don't need both, the pull-out tray and the desk. So we're just gonna, and as you can see, I actually had to mod this as well to raise its height, because this one's janky, and this one's not height adjustable. So, which is part of why I got this new desk. There's also a reason I had to move my keyboard and mouse. Because when I take this thing out, it's going to be messy. That's not quite how I intended to take it. That's not quite how I intended to take that out. That was a little more aggressive than I wanted that to be. That's okay. That's fine. I forgot how heavy that was. Yeah, because these side things are really heavy. Like, this is like... These side plastic ones are really heavy. That's fine. It works. The dogs might bark, but it's fine. I legit had to use a block of wood and the top metal part of a soda can. By the way, this is actually just solid metal. I had to use that to raise it up. That's how redneck I had to go with that old one. Like, genuine redneck engineering had to be used to get that to work. That tripod is actually in the way of this desk a little bit. I may have to move the tripod a bit. And now I'm a character in like a TV show or video game where you never see their face. So if I started off without a face reveal, I could just do this, and you would never know what I look like outside of like this. My headphone cable kind of got caught in some stuff, so I'm just gonna like move that around a bit. I really like how this came out. I might need to lock the wheels. I also need to clean this mouse pad. This mouse pad is disgusting, and I need to clean this. Okay, I mean, it works. It works nice. I even need to lower this a bit. It's surreal. It feels surreal, almost. Like having a proper one of these. Like, it feels weird not having one that sags under just the weight of, like, using the mouse and keyboard. I can actually type. It's a little weird. I might actually remove this. I don't know how I feel about this. Outside of that, though, I think we got a working thing here. But here is what it looks like with the complete setup. So if I ever wanted to do like a hand gameplay or something, for some reason I could do that. I wouldn't really do that though. You can see it feels good. It works. I might need to either raise or lower this a bit later. I'm not really worried about it right now. It gets the job done. And again, that adjustability is kind of nice. Either way, that either way is going to conclude the bonus segment, because we have it built. The only thing I am going to do is remove that little bar. There's so much more room on this little desk, though. Like, it's just insane. I can actually put a screwdriver kit on this thing. The only thing I want to do is maybe remove the protective bar. Unless I'm using my graphics tablet or something. Like, patience, my friend, patience. Also, this is stream. This is like IRL chat time for those who want to do that. Although Zelda is like that in general anyway. I am going to remove the protective underbar, or like for like anti-slipping stuff. I don't really have a need for it. It's like fine. Like, this is okay. I find it more intrusive when I'm using just a keyboard, though. I think for certain cases, this might be something I want to screw back in, though. Because I could see this being very practical. In, like, certain scenarios. But it's not very practical for just typical use. Oh, you mean like what, these? This is just for regular water. Was one where I can refill it. This is distilled water. This one I need for my CPAP machine at night. So I need that because I can't use anything but distilled water in the CPAP, like for helping me sleep. Otherwise, it could ruin the machine. This doesn't want to close. What's causing it not to close? That's causing it not to close. Because I have too many things in here. That's probably why, but I don't care. I like having everything in one place. Oh, nice. I bet that was good. Alright. So that was a process. In total, it took about close to an hour and a half. Yeah, it's like those ones that you almost feel like what the heck just happened. There are those like weird, I guess you call them nightmare ones that can have that effect, and then you wake up after a little bit and like, oh, it's just a dream. Like that happens like a lot. I haven't had one of those in a while, but I had them a long time ago. I do remember ones sort of like that. Dreams can be weird, man. Yeah. I know exactly. I know what you mean. It's like, well, like, whoa. And then you wake up, and then after waking up for a bit, you realize, okay. And then it starts to set in. It is like that sometimes, though. Dreams can be trippy, man. Some of those can be real trippy. Like, depending. Alright. I think what I'm gonna do is take a quick bathroom break and all that good stuff. Also, I have to plug in the capture card because Hannah used it earlier. So, for Mario Kart. Because, you can't really stream Mario Kart without it. But I gotta have to hook that back up. So, when we come back, we are going to play some Zelda. So, I'll be back in just a little bit. It shouldn't be too long.